Wow, no oil, no butter. Stay tuned to learn how I made this crispy fish roll. Welcome back. In a pot, I will be pouring in oil. At this point in time, I am making the filling for my fish roll. So I turned on the gas, and here the oil is hot. I added onions. Just like a handful of chopped onions is fine. Then I stirred that so it doesn't get burnt. I added some fresh parsley. This is like a handful of fresh parsley as well, and I stirred that again. Here I am adding like 2 handfuls of grated carrots. I just use my fingers to clean that. My fingers are clean. So I just used the spatula or the wooden spoon to mix everything together to continue to stir. Now I will be adding the tuna that I use for my filling. I prefer to use tuna. It's not much work. Some people use sardines, but I prefer tuna. I use 2 cans of tuna in this recipe. Using my wooden spatula, I continue to mix and stir. Then I added some chili flakes because we eat spicy at home. The chili flakes add some extra flavor, and here I added garlic powder. I just added a little and I stopped where my ancestors said stop. Then I added some parsley flakes. This is dried parsley flakes because again, I like that extra flavor that comes from the dried parsley. Then I added some salt to taste. I stirred that again and that was done. Now to the dough. In my standalone mixer, I added 5 cups of all-purpose flour. I got the North Face brand. I usually like my flour to be the Walmart brand, but that's fine. Here I added 4 tablespoons of sugar. If you're here for your first time, I am Patty's Cakes and Treats, creating contents on cakes, pastries, and everything in between. Then I added 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. And using my paddle attachment, I mixed my dough hook, I mixed that together. Then I will be adding 1 teaspoon baking powder. Now I will be adding 2 eggs. These are all room temperature eggs. Because I won't be using butter in this recipe, let me show you the secret to this recipe. This CRISCO shortening, I use half a cup of it, and lard, I use half a cup of it. Lard makes your pastry extremely crispy. So I melted them to make the mixing easier. I melted half a cup of shortening and half a cup of lard. These are perfect for frying and baking as well, but just perfect for frying. I continued to mix after adding the melted lard and the melted shortening. Then I added a teaspoon of coconut flavor. Coconut flavor just takes everything to another level, and I love it for that. Then I added half to a cup of milk. All depends on how you want your dough to be. I also added half a cup of water. Using my spatula, I made sure I scraped the sides so everything gets combined. Again, like I said, you could use half a cup or up to 1 cup of milk because I wanted my dough to feel soft but not hard. So you can see I was adding some more milk. Once I was done and I noticed the dough was to the consistency I wanted, I took it out of the mixing bowl. So at this point in time, the dough was the consistency I truly wanted, and I cleaned my surface area. and I took the dough out of the standalone mixer and I kneaded using my hands for a little bit. Once I was satisfied, you see, I'm testing to make sure it stretches. I was satisfied at this point, and I use my bench scraper. After kneading for a little bit, I use my bench scraper to cut the dough into small pieces, really small pieces, because again, when you're frying the dough or the fish roll, it kind of rises in oil. So the smaller the better, and you have bite sizes, right? And that's perfect for parties. And also, this is a side hustle you can actually do and make some money. So after cutting them into small sizes, the first thing I did was to roll the dough, roll it to be thin, especially the two sides of the dough. You want to roll it to be really thin because the sealing matters. You don't want a situation where your filling is coming out of your oil, right, or out of the dough. So I took a spoon, I scooped out a little and placed on the rolled dough. First, I kind of play with the sides to seal everything up, and I'm rolling just the sides while going up. Then when I reach the very thin end, I dabbed some water. You could use eggs, but that's just wasting eggs or nothing, right? I dabbed some water, and that was a perfect seal. To all my returning subscribers, long time no see. I am so sorry. Life has been lifing. So much has been going on, but I am back like I never left. So please bear with me. More recipes are coming up. If there is a particular recipe you want me to share using other substitutes from butter, I will be ready and willing to share. I am trying to see other options that one can use outside butter. Butter is slowly becoming very expensive, and if we can have cheaper options, why not? And I'm ready to share. So just continue to watch as I seal the fish roll and get it ready to be fried. To all my returning subscribers, again, much love. And if you're here for your first time, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Turn on the post notification bell for future uploads. Like I said earlier, I create content on pastries, cakes, and everything in between. I am a cake maker and a cake decorator, and I do that for all events. So you can hit me up if you are in the London area or in Ontario, and we can talk more about that. Okay, I was almost done sealing the fish roll. That is what it looks like. I totally loved it. Sorry about the oil. The oil was heated up medium for about 3 or 4 minutes. I used the oil earlier to fry plantain tape. That's why you see the bottom of the oil look like that. But the oil is good for frying my fish roll. Like I said earlier, I just used this oil to fry tape. So I saw nothing wrong in using the oil for a second use to fry my fish roll. So like I said earlier, you want your oil to not be too hot because you really want your dough to be ready inside. And when you put your fish roll in the oil, let it sit for a little bit. Don't play with it too much because again, it's fragile. So just let it sit, and you keep, once it is okay sitting for a few minutes, you can now play around with it until it gets golden brown. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this was heavenly. This is a recipe you definitely want to try. So after the first round, I continued frying to the end. Just continue to watch as I do this. It was quite easy to fry as well. You just have to be playing with the dough in the oil because you don't want it to get burnt and too brown. So you need to be very watchful of this when you're frying. I think that was the third and the final round. Actually, I did at this point in time, I didn't fry all the fish roll. I kept some dough for the next day because I got tired. So this is something you can do for your family, right? You can make a big batch. The 5 cups was actually a lot of fish roll. You can make a big batch of dough and keep the rest. So this is how my fish roll looks like. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, life can get bitter. Eat fish roll to make it sweet. Until next week, bye.